Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another live stream. As you enter the chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way in. Peace and blessings to everybody who's able to catch this broadcast. I'm glad to have y'all today. Blessings to all of y'all. I see Chris Kelly in the house. Lisa Marie's in the house. William Daniels is up in here. Dre, what's up? Jessica Estrada is in the house. Yes, Maria is in here. Candace is in here. Yes, all praises to the God of Israel. In this particular video, I wanted to talk about how deep the rabbit hole actually goes. The rabbit hole goes deep. Now, some of y'all are familiar with that particular slogan. For those who are not, it comes from the movie The Matrix. When Morpheus approached Neo, he had a red pill and a blue pill. And he was like, look, Neo, you could take this blue pill and you could stay asleep. You could carry on with your everyday life as if everything is normal. And you could believe whatever the hell you want to believe. Or you could take this red pill and you could see how deep the rabbit hole actually goes. And the rabbit hole went deep. He found out that life, as we know it, is nothing more than an artificial simulation. He found out that that innate feeling that we all tend to have, that feeling of something being off balance, almost a vexation of the spirit, almost a truth that's unspoken, and you know it's there, like you know it's there, you don't see it, but you feel like every day of your life you're being lied to, and something is wrong. Something is wrong culturally. Something is wrong in regards to the traditions we keep. Something is extremely wrong with the morals that we have. And I mean as a whole, right? And you begin to question, like, what is this quote unquote reality that we live in? And then you find out how deep the rabbit hole goes, and you experience a lot of rejection from a lot of other individuals. And, you know, just recently, I've noticed being amongst the public, being among people, I've experienced a lot of rejection as of late. And it's mostly because I spoke in regards to the Micaiah Bryant situation. And a lot of people in my atmosphere, they've rejected me for my sentiments. And my sentiments were very logical, but you're living in a world where common sense is not all that common. The rabbit hole goes so deep that it brings me to a scripture in the Bible where it says, in these last days, there will be so much deception. If the enemy could deceive the very elect, then he would. If the enemy could deceive the very elect, then he would. Now notice it said if he could, because the enemy can't deceive the very elect. That gives us a notion, when it says if they could, it gives us a notion that there are certain individuals in this world who can see. And I mean, they can see 20/20 vision from a spiritual vantage point. And they can see through the layers. They can see through the fog. They can actually see what's going on. And you can expect rejection. The book of Matthew tells us that the love of many shall in fact wax cold. And I've noticed a lot of people that I typically get love from, because I've spoken the truth, I've become their enemy. I hear the mutters, I hear the whispers, I hear the hate, I hear the talk. You know, it's fluctuating among the town. You know, this man must be a coon because he's not taking a left-wing liberal or pro-black perspective to life. He's not believing what the media is telling him in regards to how he should view his community. And in this video, I'm going to lift up a lot of layers. If you're a person who is asleep spiritually, if you're not awakened to what's true, if you don't hold fast to a solid moral foundation, then this particular video is going to shake you from the core. You're going to find out a lot. You've been lied to. Your culture has been disregarded. Your traditions, your original traditions have been disregarded. Having real civil laws and morals and having a moral compass, all of that has been disregarded because you've been asleep. And now I'm going to give you a bit of this red pill. And I want you to brace yourselves to some of the lies you've been told. Now, it's interesting that we use the terminology rabbit hole because we just passed Easter holiday. Totally pagan holiday. It's giving reverence to the goddess of fertility, which is Ishtar. They also call her the Queen Mother of Heaven, who came down on a cloud and laid eggs. And for those who don't know, rabbits don't lay eggs. It's a pagan satanic tradition. Abe, thank you for the $20 contribution. Highly appreciate you, family. It's a pagan custom and tradition. It's giving reverence to the goddess of fertility. It's a pagan holiday. It's not mentioned in the Bible whatsoever. When you go into the scriptures, the Bible actually commands us multiple times to remember the Passover and to keep it sacred. So, you know, I just thought I'd bring that up to start off with, because all these holidays are contrary to what God's holy days are. All of these are the traditions of men. Christmas, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was a day of torture, mass genocide. The North American Indians were absolutely slaughtered, ladies and gentlemen. They were slaughtered. They were butchered. They were given smallpox blankets. They were wiped out. All right? And then they said, hey, thanks for giving us your land. And to commemorate this atrocity, every year that goes by, they stuffing a turkey and they bringing out the cranberry sauce, which represents the blood. The turkey represents the bodies that were slain. The cranberry sauce represents the blood that was shed. And they celebrate. Now, Christmas, you got Santa Claus, also known as Satan Claus or Satan's agreement, right? You take one letter over from Santa, it spells Satan. What's a clause? Clause is an agreement, right? So you have Satan's agreement. So when you sit your babies on the little kids, or when you sit your little babies on this man's lap with dressed in all red, the same man that you claim comes out of the fireplace, comes out of the fire and brings gifts, you are actually passing your kids through the flames of Moloch. John Smith, thank you for the $20 contribution. Christ and his birthday have nothing to do with Christmas. Matter of fact, you take the word mass, it actually means death, mass murder. When you are mourning, going into a funeral ceremony, you're celebrating what? You're doing what? You're having a mass. So what you're looking at with Christmas is Chris or Christ mass. Christ's death. You have pagans who rebel in the death of Christ. So when you celebrate Christmas, you're celebrating the death of Christ. You're celebrating Satan. You're making an agreement with Satan. The rabbit hole goes deep. And I realize there's a lot of new subscribers who are watching this channel, and some of the things that I'm going to tell you is going to blow your mind with how deep the rabbit hole gets. See, everything you've been told is a lie. Everything. You go to college. You was taught that you go to college, you get an education, you make something of yourselves. You become successful. For those who have experienced college, which I have, I've been to college for a couple years. For those who've actually believed the lie at some point. Sharia G, thank you for the $15 contribution. Appreciate you, sis. For those who actually have believed the lie at some point, which I have, you know, I was bought and sold by the lie at one point, that you can go to college and be whatever you want. Comes to find out that was a lie. You go to these colleges and only thing they do is put you in debt. You quickly find out that college was not designed to create successful citizens. That's not what college was designed for. College was actually designed to indoctrinate people. Anissa Devon, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says, been deceived our whole lives. Speak it, brother. Peace and love. Absolutely. Thank you, sister. Highly appreciate your contribution. And it's absolutely true. It was a lie. It was designed to indoctrinate. And quickly I realized that if you didn't join a fraternal organization, you were not promised to be successful in life going to college. And I learned this quickly. I learned that if you don't join a brotherhood or a sisterhood, then quickly you will be ostracized and outcast. And the fact of the matter is that if you're not in those type of cliques, 9 times out of 10, you're going to graduate and success is going to come to no avail. You're going to get your degree and find out quickly that that paper that you work so diligently for is pretty much only good for wiping your ass. Because if you're not clicked up with certain individuals, you're not promised to make it. And then you start digging a little bit deeper and you're like, why is this so important that they want me to join this fraternity? Alpha, Beta, Sigma, Chi, all these Greek fraternities that have rituals and hazing processes. Abe, thank you for the $20 contribution. Appreciate you. And then you looking at this and you like, what's the deal with this? And then you start doing your research and then you find out how deep the rabbit hole goes. The fact that they want you to denounce your actual nationality. They want you to denounce who you are as a person and say that I am now Greek. Well, if you state and claim to being Greek, then basically you're influenced by the sins of the Grecians, of the pagans, of the idolaters, of those who was running around with togas with their ass cheeks out, playing reindeer games with each other. And so now they want you to denounce who you are, which we are the children of Israel. If you are a person from the diaspora, and I mean blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, so on and so forth, Haitians, Jamaicans, all my brethren, people of ethnicity, you're actually the children of Israel, written of in the Bible, but They want you to denounce who you are. Although a lot of us, we believe that we were African Americans, right? How can you be two continents? That's how deep the rabbit hole goes. How can you be two continents, African and American? That's not a nationality. And we don't have dual citizenship in Africa. So it makes no sense. As the Bible tells us, we will become an astonishment, a proverb, a byword. So by process of elimination, us not understanding or recollecting our true history, coming into remembrance of who we really are, you got a lot of brothers stating claim to being Greek, Alpha, Sigma, Beta. Some of these traditions, they're hazing each other. Molestation is taking place. Man on man, woman on woman. You got people getting spanked with wooden pallets. You got people doing unspeakable, ungodly acts to animals. Yeah. And some of these fraternities, they actually got to have sex with goats. They got all kind of mock rituals where they go into graveyards in the middle of the damn night. Some of these people bury themselves alive and then have their fraternity brothers dig them up and then, you know, claim that they're reborn now. Now they're part of the brotherhood. And there's all kind of hazing rituals where some of them are so extreme that some of these people actually die, but you don't hear that side of it. People become connected worldwide. And then you come to find out that the gods that they're actually worshiping in these fraternities are Greek gods. Zeus. Yeah, they begin really giving reverence to Moloch, all kind of deities, Semiramis, Isis, Ishtar. Yeah, Ishtar is a big one. The queen mother goddess of heaven. This is what these people worship and they reverence in these fraternities. And then you find out that this is not about education. It's about you being indoctrinated into the ways of the Romans and the pagans and the idolaters. So they can open certain doors for you to make it. And when you refrain from joining any of these cliques and fraternities, you find out that your college was, your schooling was really a waste of time. It was really a waste of time. Yeah, those people give reverence to all kinds of Egyptian gods as well. Osiris. Yeah. The Amun-Ra, the pyramid. Why y'all think they throw the pyramid up? Why y'all think they throwing a pyramid up? They're giving reverence to their Egyptian gods in these fraternities. All while behind closed doors, they operating what is unseemly. There's a lot of homosexuality going on in colleges. People getting turned out left and right in these fraternities. There's all kind of things happening. All kind of bullying taking place. And then you find out that college was not what you thought it was. True Love, thank you for the $5 contribution. Highly appreciate you, sis. Thank you for your continual support. And then you find out that the rabbit hole just continues to get deeper and deeper. Then it gets to the point where you wake up. All of a sudden, the Most High God lifts up a veil, and all of a sudden, there's an awakening that takes place, right? The awakening is majestic, it's beautiful, it's amazing. The fact that you got various people all over the world who were lost and forgotten and disenfranchised. You got these people waking up in vast numbers, finding out their true identity, that no, we're not African American, we're not Greek, we're not none of these things. We're actually the children of Israel. And then guess what? After that happens, the rabbit hole goes even deeper. Because then you get all these camps and congregations, not speaking of all camps and congregations, but you have a lot of them. Or you have a select few mainstream ones who have high influence. I should say that are actually 501c3, tax exempt, that They all about the almighty dollar, but they know who they are as far as their identity goes. And it's certain things that they won't speak because they don't want to lose their nonprofit organization. They don't want to lose their funding. So now you have a situation where, damn, even the awakening has corruption in it. Now you got certain camps and organizations that have the same rituals taking place. I'm talking about blood sacrifices in some of these mainstream camps. Mainstream camps. Actual blood sacrifices, actual rituals, actual Freemasons. And they're still operating in the vein of masonry. They put on their purple suits. They march through the streets. They're vast in numbers. You would think that the glory of the Almighty is about to take over everything right now because you see all these strong men marching in unison. But every time there's a affliction that's coming against our people, anytime there's psychological warfare against our people, anytime there's an emasculation coming against our people, you don't see these men banding together to protest and stop our people from being depicted a certain way. You don't see them in the forefront condemning even Lil Nas X video. You don't even see that from these mainstream, except for some, not all, but I'm talking about IUIC. The biggest damn camp. You'll see them marching. You'll see them standing in Freemason stances. You'll see their website blowing. You'll see all of this, but you don't see no united front with all of these people all over the states. You don't see nobody standing for our behalf. You don't see no real men of courage that's speaking out against the powers that be in the emasculation ritual. No. You see a bunch of people who love brotherhood and love to be seen before men. And then you say, damn, even the awakening has corruption. The rabbit hole goes deep. Years ago, speaking in regards to IUIC, it was a sister that I was in proximity with, or I was in contact with, let's just say that. We was communicating with one another. She was a part of IUIC. This same sister, months after me speaking with this sister, and some of y'all who my day ones know this story because y'all seen all the evidence that I showed. Months of building with this sister, I look up on the news one day and her son has been shot by the police. Her name was Monica Bat Israel. Her son was shot by the police. He was apparently wielding a knife, right? This happened some years ago. I'm looking at the news clip. I don't see any emotion, real emotion coming out the woman. I see fake crying. I see theater. I can see right through it. I see this young lady taken to social media and I can see them operating and moving a certain way. Shireen Nicole, thank you for the $25 contribution. Says, real eyes, real lies, real lies. All praises to Yah for the deep awakening. We're blessed in these last days in countless ways. We read between the lines and see right through the faulty spiritually gifted. Facts, though. Thank you for that, sister. Highly appreciate your contribution. So, what I see is theater being conducted on TV. On the news. This was IUIC. They was on the news. You can look it up. Monica Bat Israel. Her son was apparently shot by police. It all looked staged. It all looked fake. They were standing in Freemason and Freemason formations, and they were advertising. They was advertising their camp, and I believe this happened in St. Louis. They was advertising their camp off of the bloodshed of the young man who was gunned down. And I'm pretty sure it was St. Louis. And I will bring out the facts on all of this. I can prove everything I'm saying. You can actually go look it up. I'm going to share the news clip in the description box if I can find it. If I can still find it, I'm going to have to go through some old hard drives because it's probably removed, because everything of truth is being removed. And then you find out, damn, even these camps, they be sacrificing people. And if they're not sacrificing them, then these people are eating off the deaths of these people. They're actually, you know, promoting off the deaths of people within their congregation. And then you like, damn, man, the rabbit hole is deep. It gets deeper. The rabbit hole gets deeper, ladies and gentlemen. Then you begin to question everything. You took the red pill. Now everything is under observation. And what end up happening is, because you're questioning everything and you're thinking outside the social confines of this wicked ass purgatory that we dwell among, what end up happening is you create a certain atmosphere around yourself because you're waking up. Now with certain attention that you're getting that you never got before, because now people are perplexed by your knowledge of what you know. Thank you for the $3 contribution, True Love. Highly appreciate you. And then you start to get a lot of negative attention, and then something happens. Something happens in the spiritual realm that then manifests to the physical realm. And now all of a sudden, you're going through something called gang stalking, right? Also known as organized mobbing. Now you got groups of individuals who have you under observation. You're beginning to be ostracized among people. People begin to conduct certain, I would say, tactics, and they will begin to do things that would anger you, essentially. They will begin to test your patience. I believe the Bible calls the testing of the saints. The saints begin to be tested and tried. And man begins to fear what they don't understand, because you're not thinking in this bubble. You're not inside the matrix anymore. So now certain individuals around you, they're looking at you a lot different. Now all of a sudden you go certain places and you're recognizing and realizing, you're looking around and you're like, yo, am I being followed? Like, what is going on with these people? Am I being watched? Why am I being followed through this store? Why am I being followed on the highway? Like, I can clearly see these individuals. Why am I getting these mean mugs, these heinous looks? Why are people beginning to treat me differently? Like, I can see it. Hey, I used to be a people person. There used to be people around me that loved my energy. That, you know, they would come around, and now all of a sudden people stop visiting. Now I'm not getting any invites. Like, what's going on here? The Most High God begins to pull you out after you take that red pill. Now you can't really relate to everybody. And a lot of the times all you're doing is trying to force yourself to relate to people that you just don't relate to anymore, because you see something else going on. You see an unspoken truth that has now become your reality. Your reality and their reality is no longer the same. The Real Dawaski, thank you for the $5 contribution. Highly appreciate you. And Dawaski says they want to sacrifice us. They want to, but they can't, because there's spiritual laws in place. Now these people begin to recognize that you have a life force that they don't have. You have an energy that they don't have. and they begin to grow envious of it. And now you got to fight in the spirit to overcome it. True Love, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says keep up the good work, King. Absolutely, will do. Devios Velos, thank you for the $5 contribution. Absolutely. Highly appreciate you. And then you recognize that, man, this world as we know it, it becomes like the Truman Show. Y'all remember the Truman Show with Jim Carrey, right? It literally becomes the Truman Show. You like, hold on here. I can't trust my wife. I can't trust my cousins. I can't trust my mother, my father. It's like they're playing me. It's like the whole time, these people have been trying to keep me from seeing that the whole time that I was under a matrix, that there's somebody above all of us creating our environment. And the whole time, I hope I ain't going too in over y'all heads here. I hope y'all hearing what I'm saying. Because some people gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, this guy right here, this little narrow brown skinned guy right here done lost his damn mind. But the truth of the matter is, you'll find out real quickly that everything you thought to be reality was false. And now everybody who was designed to actually help you see the world for what it is, they were actually going against what they were designed to do, what God sent them here to do. God sent them here to protect you, to teach you, to guide you, to lead you out of harm. And then you find out that they're going against the grain. They don't want you to see. You'll have people tell you all growing up, oh, you need to get into the word of God. Go ahead and go to church, baby. Get your soul clean. Get right with the Almighty. Get right with the Lord. But the moment you open that Bible and you find out what's in it, everything changes. It's like, I didn't know you was gonna stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster because the Bible tell you not to. Hold on. I didn't know you was gonna stop celebrating all these matrix holidays that we celebrate. Oh, wait, whoa, this is going too far. I didn't know you was gonna actually start treating people with kindness. I didn't know you was gonna stop drinking, smoking, committing adultery, fornication, and smutting and doing all the other things you was doing. I didn't know all that was gonna happen. Now you making me look at me like I'm something wrong with me. Now, the way you live your life is putting a mirror on my life, and you know what? You're disturbing my life. The sight of you disgusts me because now I gotta look at my sins. Now you've become an example of what I should have been doing the whole damn time. Kayla, thank you for the the $10 contribution. Pardon me. Thank you. Highly appreciate you. And now, you got these people around you and they're rattled in spirit. They're rattled. They got to gear all their energy towards you. And it's like, it's almost to the point you think like it's literally like the Truman Show with Jim Carrey. It's almost like, who are these people going to? Thank you for the $20 contribution. Leota says, one love, New Breed. Appreciate you, brother. Sending some roses while you here. I appreciate you, Divine Lee. That's my brother right there. All praises. Thank you for supporting, brother. And we've been turning up on Patreon. Me, Divine Lee, Leon, Sister Brianda, Sister Lisa. Man, we've been doing FaceTimes. Yeah, man. We've been turning up on Patreon. But real talk. When you take that real red pill, when you wake up, when you begin reading that Bible and finding out the truth, it's almost like the Truman Show, and these people are actually going to someone. It's like they're reporting to someone. I don't know if they're reporting to demons. I don't know if they, pray to Satan at night, or they have some hub somewhere, maybe a Mason lodge. Maybe there's a Freemason lodge they go to, like, hey, look, hey, man, he's waking up. We tried to send him to college. Didn't work. I mean, damn, we put him through hell as a child. We said he wasn't going to be We said everything. We said she wasn't gonna be. We said it all. I mean, we tried our best to keep this person's mind in this bubble. I mean, damn, we put 40-ounce damn slit malt liquor in a baby bottle. We tried everything. We vaccinated them. We gave them all kind of shots when they were born. We did all of that. We gave them all of that. We gave them all kind of ADD medicine. We gave them all of that, and still, they be in panic when they tell these people. They like, look, man, that they still learning. We even tried to tell them about this spiritual leader and that spiritual leader. We tried to get them out that book, and they still learning. So what do? And then you know what happens? The Most High often removes you from those people. He often removes you. He gets you out of those situations. The rabbit hole goes deep. The rabbit hole goes deep. It's like, imagine waking up, realizing that everything you've been told is a lie, but you've already knew in your spirit that something was not right, that this world had hidden agendas. You knew from the beginning. You already knew, like you was born with something. Listen, what does it say in the book of Jeremiah? It says, the Lord says, I chose you when I formulated you in the womb. I knew who you was in the womb. So you got to imagine this. It was always there. The Most High's light was always with you from the time you was born. That's why when you was in school, a lot of y'all did not fit in from there. Y'all be on one side of the park. All the other kids be on the other side of the park. They be like, yo, dude is weird. Or she's weird. Or she's different. You know, whole family around. You rather read books and be in peace. And you a child. You don't really want to be around everybody. The Lord was already there with you. He was like, look, he was conditioning you. Letting you know, look, you're going to be living in a world where you're not going to really fit in. The Bible calls us peculiar. You're living in a world where a lot of people are not going to see the world how you see it. A lot of people, they're going to want to live on their own terms, but I'm here with you and I'm guiding you and I'm leading. And he prepared us for it. He gave us comfort in that. Somebody says, you can't keep a good man down, always keep a smile when they want me to frown. Oh man, he's quoting Sizzler up in here. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And if you're not careful, these people can trouble you. They can vex your spirit. They can cause you issues. Let me tell you, when I was moving around last weekend, it was last weekend, a little bit of last week, you know, circuit that I would get love from. When I covered that Ma'Khia Bryant story, I could just feel the energy. Like, dude, you're not even welcome here, bro. You're not even welcome here. I dare you. I dare you talk about a young lady who was rushing another young lady with a knife and was gunned down by police. I dare you justify that cop. I dare you. You are supposed to be pro-black. You speak for us. You represent us. I dare you not have a hive mentality. I dare you. And you know what? At the end of the day, I don't give a shit what they think, honestly. But I just want to let y'all know that this really exists in my community. That people really just don't get, they don't have logic anymore. They don't have any logic. Logic is thrown out the window. This society have high-level witches and sorcerers controlling the media. I mean, they are on another level, bruh. I mean, they operating magic to the 10th power. I mean, they sleight of the hand. They illusion specialists. They all of that. Like, I don't know what kind of spell that they casted on people, but these people are lost. And I'm at the point where, honestly, I'm at the point where I don't care for them anymore. I don't care about trying to save people's soul. I don't care about those who don't got the ears to hear or the eyes to see. I just don't care no more. I don't care. I really don't. I mean, I'm at the point where if you can't see it, you won't see it. You won't see it. This media wants to constantly promote our people being dysfunctional. That's what it's all about. They want to see us in dysfunction. And If you stand behind dysfunction in any way, shape, or form, that's going to be your ending. You'll fall to your own devices. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't make excuses for my people. We are supposed to be royal people and we need to act like it. Two wrongs don't make a damn right. Just because we've been hurt and scorned as people, don't give us the right to act like animals towards each other. And then get pissed off when somebody else intervenes. It don't work like that. Because if you don't get right with yourself, God's going to intervene anyway. I'm watching so many people just falling into the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is deep, but only the righteous going to climb out of it. Let me repeat that. The rabbit hole is deep, but only the righteous are going to climb out of that rabbit hole. Is you hearing me? There's so many people who are just going to fall into that hole and be trapped in total darkness. Total darkness, man. It's people that I know from my past that I see now, and all I see is wickedness on them. All I see is wicked. It's like a very vile spirit on them. It's darkness on them, bro. Like, they are totally reprobated. Like the Bible says in the book of Thessalonians, I will give them over to a strong delusion that they will believe a lie. Look, when you believe lies, it affects you in so many ways. People are delusional, bro. They're absolutely reprobated. And there's a lot of people. There's more people who are lost than people who can see. A lot more. Like, I am blessed to have this platform and have like-minded people that I can communicate with, because they're not out there in the world like that. They're not everywhere. That's why, listen, even I'm at a place where I'm to myself. There's not too many like-minded people around in my atmosphere. And you know, Neon Fix, thank you for the $25 contribution. Appreciate it. You know, people from Atlanta, they'll reach out and be like, hey, you know, any people who like-minded around here? And the only people that I can point you to is NIOC, Abaya Adonai and his camp. That's the only people that I can even direct you to, because a lot of people are asleep. A lot of people are asleep out here. They literally are. They sleep everywhere. And I'm not trying to disrespect Atlanta. People are asleep everywhere. I mean, every major city across the United States, my people are lost. Somebody said, my heart is getting hard because I'm dimming my light, since these devils don't deserve y'all's blessings. But I pray that the Holy Ruach pours his love in my heart and peace in mine daily. Absolutely. I pray he does as well, because you're not the only one feeling that. Actually felt the same thing not too long ago. I felt a very heavy heart. Just to see the rejection from my people for me telling them the truth. It's got me to the point where, you know, I gotta redirect my focus. I gotta redirect my energy. I seen an interesting meme the other day. It's a guy, he's riding a horse through a village, and there's someone sticking out a window with their house on fire. You know, they have their little hut on fire, their house, the little cabin type of house, and he's trying to warn them. He's trying to warn them to climb out the window and get out the house, but he has to keep moving. And the meme says, I gotta keep moving to warn others. You know, because listen, if they don't want to listen, you gotta keep it moving. You know, that person in their house burning, but you're warning them, but there's a whole village on fire. There's multiple houses on fire. If you spend too much time warning that person and they don't smell the smoke, and they don't care to take heed to sound logic, wisdom, then guess what? You're wasting your time. You could be warning someone else. And that's how I move. It's like I decided to really broaden my horizons. As quote unquote targeted individuals, you know, I call us empowered. Jay Woke, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says, I must tip the waiter for the meal. Thank you, family. I appreciate that. Says, thank you for the spiritual food, my brother. Absolutely. Thank you for your contribution. What I'm learning right now is to broaden my horizons in life. I'm a man who truly enjoys repetition in a sense. I like doing the same thing daily. I like frequenting the same places. If I find a spot I like to go to that same place over and over again. And as an empowered individual, you can't do that. I don't want to call us targeted. I want to say as an empowered individual, you really got to broaden the landscape, because what'll end up happening is you get basically you'll get stagnated. And I spoke on this before. You gotta travel. It's important to travel. Even the Bible tells you that a traveling man availeth much wisdom. And I feel like that I haven't traveled in a while, and I need to bring that back out of myself. Um, it don't matter where it is, even if instead of you going to the same grocery store, drive abroad. Drive 50 minutes away and go to a grocery store in another town. Like, just sometimes you got to switch it up. Don't do the same thing daily, because what'll end up happening is it'll affect you spiritually. It'll affect you spiritually, and you'll worry about what others. I don't want you to ever worry about what others begin to think, because some of the places that I would get love from, that love is that love is gone, bro. That love is gone just because I spoke on Makai Bryant. So guess what? I'm moving other places. Now I'm going other places. Because guess what? That means I'm going to meet new people. I'm going to meet better people. I'm going to meet people who deserve to be in my company, and people who are not emotional, and people who won't backbite and gossip, you know? And that's what it's all about. You know, in this day and age, people are expendable. They're expendable. Maria Torres, thank you for the $10 contributions, says Job 27:3. It says, all the while my breath is in me. A part of the Most High is in my nostrils. Thank you, brother. I truly am not alone. Absolutely. We're everywhere. We're spread abroad. And, you know, that's why social media is a gift and a curse. You know, it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword because, you know, there's a lot of evil and wickedness that take place in social media, but there's also what we're doing right now, using it the way we're supposed to use it. You know what I'm saying? And for anybody in the Atlanta area, reach out. My Instagram is newbreed404. Reach out. We need to get something together for like-minded people out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me see. Somebody said, breaking a curse starts with the mind. Facts. You must have seen that video. That's a fact right there. It starts up here, man. You got to figure out what keeps you tranquil. Well, not even tranquil. That's not the right word. What keeps you content in life. Content would be the better word. You know what I'm saying? You show me a person that's content, I show you a person that's truly happy. A person that's content is truly happy. Sometimes we go out here searching for things that we don't need to be searching for, but that's another topic for another day. I don't want to get off topic here. Little Nana Elin, thank you for the $20 contribution. Highly appreciate you. Paul Taylor, thank you for your contributions as Big Love New Breed. Thank you for the help and guidance, sir. Appreciate you. Somebody said, solar flash in the end of them. True indeed. Man, it's been a great stream, man, as always. I'm grateful for y'all coming through and showing y'all support. It's nice to see y'all. But, you know, we tell it like it is. I know some people, you know, are taken back that I called out fellow Israelite camps. I'm not an Israelite camp, but I do support NIOC, but IUIC, you know, allegedly they're Freemasons. Allegedly. Gotta say allegedly, but I've dealt with certain people firsthand with them, and I can tell you that that's just a place that I wouldn't go, personally. So that's what it is, man. Thank y'all for coming through, catching another stream. I'm gonna go ahead and get some walking done, you know, clear my mind. Hopefully this video helped y'all out when y'all walking y'all journey. If it did, y'all go ahead and hit the thumbs up on the video, share the video. If you would like to contribute via Cash App, 10% of all donations go back to the people. Also, follow me on Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. My Patreon is patreon.com/newbreed with a capital N. I'm telling y'all, man, we've been going in the last few days. There's a lot of things that I've been covering that I can't cover on this platform, and y'all missing it. So go over there and follow me on Patreon. You can get access for as little as $3 a month, but you set your own tier. Thank you for the contribution. A $14 contribution said, why do you think, New Breed, should we believe to become economically relevant to create community-based like-minded people? Oh man, that's a conversation for Patreon, my brother. That's definitely a conversation for Patreon. They're always watching, but there's definitely talks that we can have. Thank y'all for watching. Hopefully y'all have a blessed afternoon. With that being said, shalom and peace.